Hi everyone. I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for our reading today. I'll choose some cards from the Psychic Tarot, and I'll also choose some from the Destiny pack as well, and from the Gods, Goddesses and Angels for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, for anyone who views this video. We have been through an immense, a lot of energy, and we are still moving through that portal, coming into the full moon on Friday in Taurus. And as we have the full moon in Taurus, Saturn stations to move direct in Pisces. And then on the 19th we have the shifting of Pluto, the movement of Pluto from Capricorn, where he has resided for the past 20 or so years, into Aquarius. So there's lots of huge energy, powerful shifts that we've never experienced before. So on Friday, on this full moon, we have the moon in Taurus, the earth sign that is ruled by Venus. So there's a lot of Venetian energy. And then we have the sun in Scorpio, just finishing the final degrees in Scorpio, that deep transformational sign. So as this full moon comes to its full lunation, and it's the last lunation of Pluto in Capricorn, so this is big energy. We are looking at our wounds, and maybe the wounds that we have not seen, with the sun being in Scorpio, shining down into our deepest places that we have maybe placed energy there, suppressed energy there, that we didn't know how to heal. But now we have come into a place of realizing that if there's anything going on in our outside, then we go within and look for the part of us, the disowned part of us that is in requirement of healing, the wound within us. So what the angels are showing me is that thousands of lifetimes we have been in battle. So we have Mars in Leo in its shadow phase, starting to slow down, to retrograde, and Venus in Capricorn, and they are both communing with the South and the North Node. So Venus rules Taurus and Libra, where the South Node, Libra is in the South Node, and Mars rules Aries, who is in the North Node. So this is the divine masculine, Mars, and the divine feminine, Venus, influencing and communicating with the nodes of destiny. And this is the last months where the moon's nodes will be in Aries and Libra. They will move into Pisces and Virgo. So this lunation and these shifts are all about our relationship, which is what's been the frequent focus. But I'm being shown Scorpio moving direct just after this full moon in Pisces. So we are being asked to go within to the divine masculine and the divine feminine within, because thousands upon thousands of lifetimes we've been at battle with the divine masculine, the divine feminine. So if somebody hurts us, maybe in the past we would retaliate, we would push away. And likewise, if we have hurt someone, they will retaliate. So we've had this wound of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within that's coming up now as a gift for us to make peace with, to go within Capricorn in Pisces, helping us to anchor and feel our feelings, feeling at home within our bodies. This energy of Pluto moving through into Aquarius, and Saturn rules Capricorn. So as Saturn is moving direct, there is this big shift of Pluto moving out of Capricorn that is affecting us deep within our bones, within our marrow. Mercury is in retrograde in Sagittarius and will move almost to the galactic centre, but then during his time in Sagittarius he will be conjunct the Great Attractor. He was conjunct on the 11/11, he will be conjunct on the full moon. So we have the planet of communication, the planet that communicates with the gods, going by and coming in conjunct with the Great Attractor, reminding us to allow those dense energies that we hold within us to be released into the Great Attractor. It is a vacuum that sucks everything in from the cosmos, from the universe, and transforms the dense into light. So Mercury is asking us, where are we missing the mark with our words, with our communications? Where are we not seeing the whole truth? And this is the Sun in Scorpio going deep down, looking at where we may be speaking from our subconscious or behaving from our subconscious, because Scorpio is a water sign and feels very deeply. And sometimes once those feelings are felt, can't let go of them. So where are we holding on to some feelings that are holding us in the battle with our divine masculine and our divine feminine within, that will project out into our relationships. So this is powerful energy, healing energy, Chiron also being activated as the sun moves into Sagittarius, Pluto moving into Aquarius. So the sun moving from this deep, transformative sign, coming out of the shadows, the dark, and into Sagittarius, which is the half horse, half female. This is the female counterpart to Chiron, aiming a bow and arrow up into the heavens, coming out of this deep transformational time and seeking higher wisdom, seeking higher expressions of love in Sagittarius, seeking the healing as the female counterpart of Chiron comes through and looks for the healing, becoming master healers. So we're going through this time of deep transformation, and we will be feeling it within our bodies, our structures, our bones, our joints may ache, the energy, and it is Christ energy coming through, Christos energy coming through from the galactic center. There is a lot of galactic energy that we are feeling from the Pleiadians. They are at the highest point in our night sky. And this light is coming into our bones, into our marrow, and working deep within us to bring us into alignment, to aim and look and focus on our soul expression, on our visions of new earth. So it's like coming from the depths of the ocean and coming up now through the ocean and coming out into the sun, into the sunshine, into the light, and being able to face and focus clearer because we've done the deep work. So I'm asking for a message for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video. And this connection with Mars in Leo is a strong energy there, and Venus in Capricorn during this full moon. And Venus and Mars, in some stories, are said to be the parents of Earth. So Venus is the planet of beauty, of love. And she's very magnetic. She draws to her beautiful energy in Capricorn, which is very structured. So holding us as we restructure ourselves, as we realign ourselves in this practical earth that we are residing upon. So she's holding us as we restructure, as we ground, the light, the Christos light, the coming together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within, and balancing that. Some people may have a lot of masculine and just a little bit of feminine. Some may have a lot of feminine and just a touch of masculine. And it's balancing now. It's bringing the balance of the nurturing of imbalance, the nurturing of the divine feminine, the intuition of the divine feminine, the divine creative energy of the divine feminine, the mystic energy of the divine feminine, to the divine masculine, which is all around action, without getting frustrated with ourselves or impatient with ourselves, just knowing, just like Venus, being a magnet, magnetizing everything to us that we are sending out into this energetic field, into the universe that's listening to every thought, word, feeling. So when we sit and come inward during this time of this powerful shift, going in, looking at where we may be holding that wound, that battle between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, where we start to get frustrated with the masculine or the feminine in our lives, where there's been some power struggle, codependency. We are starting to shed all that now and find the balance and find the harmony within. And when we find that harmony within, we come into harmony with the cosmos, because Mother Earth is ascending. So we are doing the work within ourselves to ascend into the higher realms, where there is no anger, where there is no competition, where there is no judgment. It's wholeness and oneness, because what we do to another, we do to ourselves. And as I'm speaking, I'm seeing the spider's web. I was watching a spider create a web, and how intricately the spider worked, and seeing that every thread of that spider's web, if anything touched it, would vibrate, and that spider would know. And this is the web that we create around ourselves. Whatever we do to another, we are actually doing to ourselves. So during this immense time of powerful change, to sit, there we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is asking us to stay in balance again, the balancing of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And there is a wheel here, that things are starting to shift and move for us to stay balanced as we're going through these massive shifts within us. We may be going through some ascension symptoms, or a dark night of the soul, where our bodies are changing and we are maybe feeling panic attacks or palpitations, and taking it into a place of fear. To sit in that moment, hold space for ourselves as we are going through these massive shifts of keeping ourselves balanced. And we can only do this in the moment, staying present in the moment, seeing how we feel. And if our body is feeling out of alignment, to really go within and breathe this Christoph's light that's coming in to dissolve anything that's blocking us from connecting to our higher self, anything that's blocking us from coming into that alignment with our divine masculine and divine feminine within. 2 is the divine architect. So we're building from our roots up. We have in the past maybe built around the illusion of our heads, the expectations and what we perceive would make us happy. Then it occurs in our lives, and for a short while we may be happy, but then the old feelings come back. So we have started to go deep down into our roots and build from our roots. The Hanged Man, oh we have the moon as well. So we're just being suspended. We're just being given this time of pause to observe ourselves, and just see in any area of our lives or any relationships where our energy changes, where we go into battle with someone or a situation or ourselves, because this is the universe. This is the card connected to Neptune. And Capricorn is with Neptune in Pisces. They're both in Pisces. So helping us to see through the illusion, to actually see through the lens of our soul self. Because once we start seeing through the lens of our soul self, miracles. This is a very mystical energy. And when we lose that, when we go into maybe the parts of our lives that create a conflict or discomfort within us, we come out of the magic. And we are going to be moving out on this full moon in Taurus. Shortly after, we're moving out of the sun in Scorpio into Sagittarius. So just being mindful during this time of anything that is out of alignment in our lives. And realise and come back in and realise whatever is occurring on our outside world is actually showing us, bringing realisations to us and enlightenment. So this is a powerful full moon in Taurus with Venus, this Venetian energy just blanketing us with love, with upliftment, helping us to ground beautiful energy within us and within our Earth Star chakra. And you can see there in this card there is a shadow leaving. So we have been constantly shedding through this time so that we can shift into Aquarius with Pluto, with clarity, with the ability to connect with the higher consciousness. And Uranus is conjunct over this full moon. So Uranus brings in sudden changes. So things changing. Maybe the sun in Scorpio bringing up something within us that we hadn't seen, for us to be aware of. And as we are aware of these all subconscious behaviours and thoughts, and it changes us, it changes our life really, really quickly. It brings expansion. So Uranus is bringing in that change, is bringing in those miracles of change, so that we can shift with Pluto into this time of Aquarius with clarity. We've done the deep work, the transformational work. We have become clearer and clearer. So if there is anything that it will be pulled up for us to acknowledge. And it's not anything fearful. It's a energy of wisdom, of deep insights that set us free. So there are parts of us that are in battle through thousands of lifetimes, through our ancestors, all these learnt beliefs that we don't allow anybody to treat us in a certain way, otherwise we react to a place of alignment, of going within. How are we feeling? Regardless of how anybody else is reacting around us, to stay in that place of alignment, to stay in the moment, so that we are not going back into the old wounds. We're not going into a fight or flight or freeze. We're actually breathing and staying in the moment, because that's where all the healing is. That's where the Christed light is coming in. When we are thinking and going into conflict, and we are not in the moment, we are blocking this powerful healing Christos light from coming in. So at the galactics, the Pleiadians, still, they're up at the highest point, bringing through that galactic energy. The spiritual moon of the Pleiadians shining and bringing through that divine intelligence. And the seven sisters, the Pleiades, guided people on the oceans. And I see that they guide us through our consciousness. So allowing the shadow, whatever may come up, feel the relief of the release. And the base of the pack is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is connecting to Jupiter, the planet of luck, who is in Gemini, retrograding in Gemini. So again, this is as we let something go, that Jupiter's all around expansion and luck and wisdom and gratitude. as we let go of something that's been contracting us, we actually open ourselves up for something that expands us. We are opening ourselves up for the spiritual wisdom. And we have received through this time of the 11:11 and before, we have had a downpouring of light codes that are really highly spiritual, that we've never received before. So they're integrating within us and bringing up anything that is causing us to stay stuck in the past through a subconscious belief and behaviour. So this is the flow, things starting to move in a positive way. Being able to choose like we would if we went into a supermarket. If there was an aisle of rancid food or an aisle of organic fresh food, we would always go to the organic food, the fresh food. We would stay away from the rancid. And that's what we're being asked to do with our thoughts. If we're going into the old wound of going into battle with a relationship, with the divine masculine, the divine feminine, to really bring it back. Because our souls have brought these other souls. We've all come in for the soul experience and to accept that. So the flow, this is the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got this balance here that's a wheel and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Two of Pentacles asking us to just tread very gently, to treat ourselves gently as we're making these powerful transition from this deep transformational period of time that we've been through, this phase, as we move up into the sign of Sagittarius, which occurs, I think, on the 20th of November, sorry. So we are going through this, letting go, setting ourselves free for us to be able to come out of this season in a positive, expansive way. And this card, I'm feeling with this card, there's so much luck. There is opportunities there waiting for us as we let go of the old. We come into alignment with what we've been praying for. I'm asking now for some cards from the Destiny, asking for some guidance, some clarification to help navigate us. There we have the Sun in Scorpio, asking us to allow the light to shine on those treasures we've got buried deep inside us. We hold treasures there. And when we become fearful of life or what is happening in our life, we are not seeing those treasures. When we trust and we come into this faith and know there is a powerful divine force within us and around us that's guiding us to get ourselves out of the way, because when we doubting, we hold ourselves stuck. So more things for us to come in, for us to doubt, more things to bring in those obstacles in our lives, to really stay in this place, allow things to arise, let this light shine upon and see the treasures within. Everything, every challenge holds a treasure once we let go of the fear of the moon. So the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming into balance again, and taking a breath there, letting go of the past and letting go of trying to work anything out. Coming in and feeling that peace within will create beautiful and sacred relationships. This is the nodes that are being activated by Venus and by Mars. Mars rules Aries, Venus rules Libra. So they're holding, coming together, bringing that balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine through the nodes of the North Node, Aries, the I am present, and the South Node, the Karma node of Libra, bringing things into balance, who's ruled by Venus. So this is again focusing on our relationship, but it's going deeper now into our I am, our divine masculine and our divine feminine, bringing that beautiful healing there. And one more, a new path that we're going on, and the book is closed. So this is, things are happening energetically. We may not see it just yet, but no, things are happening. That our prayers are being answered. That we, as we have the patience, we come into alignment and know in full faith that we are being guided into what we're praying for, or even something greater. So to be flexible, the loyalty of the divine, the unconditional love, the divine love that's coming through, taking us into that time of growth and that time of peace. We've been working deep within our roots, finding who we are, who we truly are, the gifts we have from our ancestors, connecting with our ancestors, doing the healing for our ancestors, going deep down into those roots, allowing ourselves to grow and connect with the higher realms that bring so much peace. And we're being asked to trust, let go of all doubt now, regardless of what is going on in our lives, what's going on in the outside world. Everything is as it should, as it's meant to be. Everything is divinely orchestrated for our evolution. So I'll ask now for a message from the mystical healing. We have the practice positivity. You can see there we were speaking about the Pleiadians and the ancients following the Pleiadians while they were at sea. And we have the sun there, and he is looking out, and the boat is a swan, reminding us of the beauty of life, of the gracefulness of life. And there we have the moon also in this card with those stars all around. So this is connecting to the star constellations, knowing that we are being beautifully guided by our soul. Practice positivity. So if something comes in our head, take a breath. When we take a breath, when we're having a negative thought, it breaks the pattern, and we can't worry and be happy at the same time. We can't worry and be positive at the same time. So choose and practice positivity, knowing that there is a energy shifting in, that we have never experienced, that it's an energy that we have been praying for, and to step into that trust and stay in our faith. The base of the pack is trust your intuition. Okay. And focus on your thoughts. Okay. So trust your intuition and focus on your thoughts. Our thoughts bring a beautiful energy into our bodies. If we are telling ourselves we're strong and we can do this, our body will respond and we will feel the strength. The strength within us, it's nothing outside of us. Everything that we need, all our support, all our strength is within us. And once we start to align with that, with our thoughts and our body become healthy. If we have a healthy thoughts, we have a healthy body. If we have contracting thoughts, we have a painful body. Our body is speaking to us constantly through our feelings and what is appearing in our bodies, and we are maybe going through some releasing now to be gentle with ourselves and not let our head start to tell us we are in a worse case scenario. To know that whatever's moving through us will move through us quicker if we start to sit in a place of gratitude. Jupiter loves gratitude, and Jupiter is the energy of Jupiter is coming through really powerfully through this reading, asking us to really look at, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So just look at where we're missing the mark with our thoughts. Go into expansive thoughts, go into exciting thoughts that really nourish and heal our bodies. So I'm just asking now for a message from the gods, goddesses and angels. And we have the angel of psychic ability. So as we are letting go of these layers, we are becoming clearer and clearer. We're seeing things without projecting our shadow there. It becomes brighter because we're not projecting our shadow there. And the goddess of sacred power. So this is a time of stepping into our sacredness, feeling it, and knowing that there are limitless possibilities there for us when we believe in ourselves, to let go of all doubt, embrace life, embrace this lifetime, embrace this moment with gratitude. So I'm sending so much love. And tomorrow, the Thursday, is a healing moon. So if we are feeling anything or anything has come up, which it may have done on this powerful time, to do our rituals, to do our bathing, our walking in nature, lighting a candle and blowing the candle out. And when we blow out the candle, we see that problem or challenge being blown out, and how we will feel without carrying those conflicts or those worries or those challenges in us. Just feel for a moment how you would feel without these worries. Take a breath and come into that place of peace, because from there we're letting the universe know that we've learned that lesson. We're learning to step into faith now and trust. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you.